It's going to be an interesting one. Let's see if we get another upset here on the B stream.
Well, I did see Text Guy actually say the only way that Zywu is going to challenge himself is if he keeps his eyes closed. So
Wow.
let's see if he's going to be playing with his eyes open or closed here as we do get into the pistol. Lucky just trying to spot the cross there through mid doors as we are going to see Heretics grouping up there over towards bedroom, looking like they might just go for an A hit late. And they're going to be uncontested there for the moment.
Indeed, quite slow for now. Bit of a setup in towards long from Heretics, and Zywu will take a little peek into mid. He spots lower dark and doesn't see too much there. So I wonder if Vitality, as a result, are going to probe a couple of extra players back towards A. You can already see RPK is going to have a look down long. Hasn't seen too much yet, but he will soon. Oh, and that's not what you really like to see, is it? When you roll around the corner, a couple of players, Glocky boys with their sights trained on you. RPK loses the majority of his HP. Apex hiding in the smoke, but Shox goes down by Goose, and this is where Heretics need to get up onto the site. Kiyoshima and Maka have already opened the doors quite nicely. Ooh. Apex will try and deny the bomb plant, but won't have too much luck there and gets his head chopped off. Maka having a nice pistol around here. A couple of kills on the board for him. And Misuta not able to really do a whole lot either in the 1-on-4. Fair enough. Vitality do lose the pistol, and it's a good start for Heretics. Obviously, as we talked about, they've just come off a series, and they might be feeling a little bit more warm than Vitality are.
Maybe they just want that W a little bit more, but it looked like Vitality just got completely caught off guard there. RPK getting stuck behind the short box, and look, nasty shots like that over car. There's not a lot that Team Vitality can do, but that was some great flashes, great utility usage to get Team Heretics straight up long, all the way to site. Now, we do see the force spy coming out from Vitality. Couple of scouts here. Kyo already been tagged down to 33, as Maka as well is just going to be facing here at mid. But it is going to be a battle, and Lucky manages to find the entry over towards the A site. Smokes across the Shox with the P250.
That was a lot of damage done by Shox. Almost looked like it was going to get out of hand. Nivira, though, able to trade it down, so it's all well that ends well for Heretics here, though, to be honest, round's not over, so let's see what Vitality can do with these couple of MP9s. Scout in the hands of Apex as well, and he's still just watching the CT cross. Don't think Heretics are going to fall for that at this point, and maybe even Vitality here will just opt to save the weaponry that they've got and give themselves a good shot in the next round. They've done a lot of damage though, Mac, and it feels almost unfair that they don't get an opportunity to make this retake happen, but it does seem like it'll be a bit more of the high percentage play from Vitality, and they'll just give this one to Heretics. Maybe Apex can get one on the exit if Maka and Nivira decide that they want to return back to long. They're well aware of the possibility though, and they get across okay.
And it looks like we are going to see Masuda get his mitts on that P250, so that is something for Shox to play with again into round number 3. But for now, Team Heretics going to be happy with this beginning. 2 rounds on the board already, and Team Vitality with 4 upgraded weapons carried across into round 3. So let's see if Apex can utilize the Scout a little bit more effective than the previous. But Heretics, they are looking right as rain right now.
Pretty nice from Kyo. Helping a buddy out. Already a tag from Apex though. That's the scout through mid, and he's got the finish on Lucky. Don't really like to see that if you're Heretics, but RPK also pushing into upper dark. This is starting to become quite problematic for Heretics. They've gotten at least control of long. Well, at least control of pit. Haven't fully got control of long just yet, but Vitality, this is their chance to turn things back on its head. Run boost here for Kiyoshima to get into the pit, and he's got an AK in hand, so he'll need to do a bit of work here.
Zywu is just looking to take these long-range angles as well. Just hiding behind default for now. There's plenty of flashes for Heretics to get across the CT here. Now we are going to see a single smoke, couple of flashes coming through, but it is going to be Vitality. 4 men facing, and Mac is going to be in trouble. Shox finishes that one with the P250.
Yeah, so much damage coming from Zywu with the USP in that round, and finished off by RPK and Shox. Vitality get themselves the first round on the board, and probably a round sooner than they would have banked on.
Now into round number 4. And Vitality with the full buy is going to look a little bit better than Heretics. One of the players already just forced down to the Deagle. That is going to be XMS. And look, Apex, he was just happily popping away at the doors. They're hoping for as much as he could get, and he did. Anyway, Vitality with the upset on the pistols, and now this is where they formulate that economy. They've got so much in the bank, even after the buy here.
Really starting to build that up, aren't they? No AWP just yet for ZywOo. Will be something that we expect to see him pulling out on the CT side here of Dust2, but perhaps that'll come next round. Heretics are trying to get some mid-control established, which they've been able to do pretty nicely. Smoke goes down, and this is going to give them the opportunity to peek into CT. Apex waiting for the flash, and he'll get it. Great teamwork from Vitality. Misuta starting well in that support role. And Apex, well, he's going to have another crack this time. He gets punished for it. That'll be an AK that's retrievable for XMS once the smokes do go down, but a recontest into mid from Vitality puts a stop to that before anyone gets too excited. Naivira and Kiyoshima will try to salvage, but now it's a 2-on-1 for Kiyo.
Yeah, long way to go. He has already found a kill this round and was performing all right earlier tonight in his previous matchup. So let's see what he can do to maybe lock this one down. But as you can see, Vitality, they've gone for the risky maneuver, giving up full control of the bomb just to reposition, just to clear out the upper dark, lower dark area. And they should beat Kiyo here, but Kiyo coming from short. The timing here may allow him just to get a one-on-one, but will he expect them close to one another? Head surely spotted. Now, oh, he's crab walked under the line, and that's that one-on-one with Shoxy. But surely, ZywOo has the line, dodges the flash. Kiyo fully blinds himself, unfortunately for that. And ZywOo hits him with the hard punish. So there it is, the second round found Vitality.
Look, it looked really good. It actually looked really good until he got the flash. You know, he forced ZywOo to turn away. I thought, actually, he might be able to do this. But fully blind, no chance. And Vitality do manage their second round. It's an expensive round, though, for Vitality, but in the context of them winning with the pistols, it actually isn't as bad for their economy as it ordinarily would be. And this time, Heretics have to go back down onto the pistol buy. And it's not even really much of a pistol buy, is it, in this round, Mac? It's more of just the pistols that they get given because they need something at least to play with.
Well,
P250, though, in hand for Naivira, and that's found a pick. So maybe I spoke too soon.
Maybe. Well, no one clearing lower dark and the timing favouring Heretics is there, but Shox. Look, he got a whole world of information. And off the back of that, an MP9 was also retrieved. So, not a huge loss, but let's see if Heretics can utilise it. A couple of $600 kills on the board wouldn't go astray. Oh, timing here, Kiyo. He's only got that P250, but good shot. A nice bink. Could send Team Vitality down quite low here. But now, as you can see, Heretics looks like they are going to try to target that B site. Not even with a split, just 4 men straight out upper dark.
It's quite a slow round from Heretics here, isn't it? You know, they've got that initial pick and they've just been roaming around the map, hoping for something to happen, but eventually the time is going to tick away and they have to commit. Misuta, well, he won't miss there. It's a little bit too easy for him with Heretics being so low. ZywOo does drop. The AK's taken through anyway, so let's not get too concerned about that. Vitality's probably a little unhappy to lose that extra player, but at the end of the day, you know, you get through with 3 guns on the CT side, and that's usually enough to build the economy up a little bit. And now the question is the AWP coming? And it is. So Shox is going to drop that one over to ZywOo, I'd imagine.
Unless he's playing the spawn, and it looks like he's just going to be taking that to the B site. So no AWP yet for ZywOo, who is going to be helping over towards a long, throwing the flashes where the action's about to happen. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath here. XMS just smoking himself to safety, and Apex has no idea that he's here on the short side.
Well, he should spot him in just a sec, but maybe a little too late. XMS creeping around the side of the smoke does draw first blood in what you describe. It's going to be a bloodbath, Mac. I dare say that's true. ZywOo, let's see some fancy footwork here as he has to back up into the bomb site. Oh, it doesn't quite manage to hold onto the spray down. Maka ducking under the bullets, really. And that's broken open by Heretics. A much faster round from them this time that they've got the guns in hand.
And it looks like the rest of Vitality, they are not going to be bothering with the round. Shoxy having a jiggle over towards CT. There's Maka Looks like they are going to commit to the hunt. They can afford to lose one more rifle here, but that's about all. And they're very, very aware of the attempt at the save coming out from Vitality, so they want to get the AWP out of their hands as quickly as they possibly can here. Shox stops them for the moment. Suda at door is going to be spotted as well, and it looks like there's no utility to crack into the B side of this. Just going to have to be brute force, but Heretics realize their financial situation as well. They can't afford to lose another.
I say they are getting pretty low on the cashola, so it wouldn't be too wise to go for that hunt, particularly when they've got players that are such low as Lucky and Nivira. 3 apiece though, and Vitality, they're not finding their footing just yet on Dust2. It hasn't been terrible from them, of course, but so far this is about as 50-50 as it's going to get. And that's a really good, solid gun round win for Heretics as well to start things off. You know, normally in this kind of a matchup, you see an underdog, they might get a nice gun round with a player popping off, or maybe a bit of a sort of unlucky situation for the CT side or anything like that. But I just felt like that was good old-fashioned Counter-Strike really from Heretics, getting out, getting into good positions, outplaying Vitality a little bit. Now double AWP in the Vitality hands though, and so we do get to see Zaiwu with the big green.
He's going to be holding down that B site. I'm not sure if he's going to find too much action. Heretics with that long control, probably just going to rotate back. Gravitate towards short and try to set up for the split now. XMS was flashed onto the line just to clear and make sure Zaiwu wasn't on that line, but it seems that he's swapped spots with Masuda. So staying mobile, he's now gazing over towards top mid. Shox as well, has this flash ready, the retake long, and RPK is going to go in with it. Keo blinded, that's the opportunity, but Nivera comes in to try to save him.
Not that much utility for Vitality to play with, so it's good to see them getting value out of the util that they do have. Keo down to 21 HP. Heretics on this T side do like to play quite reserved, quite slow. Sort of toy with the rotations of Vitality, which at the moment aren't necessarily being forced too much. There's still a decent amount to play with for Vitality late in the round. Smoke goes down onto short. RPK has himself a smoke and a flash as well if a retake should be required, or a re-smoke even. Now he gets ducked into car, backed up nicely by Shox. It's a 1-for-1 in the end until RPK chimes in with that kill to Kiyoshima. And there's just no time for Heretics here. They've taken way too long to get in the bomb site. Vitality have read it like a book. And they're walking up short, basically as Heretics are walking up short as well. They just stab him in the back, easy as you like. That one, I don't know, I just sort of felt like that round didn't really exist. Vitality was like, okay, thanks.
No, well,
Oh,
look, Jordan, let me sit you down,
I am already sitting down,
You actually are, but look, sit down twice. Anyway, over towards long, RPK gets flashed in, they get the information, he's spotted at least 2, if not 3, there's some extra utility used, and heaps of time wasted of Heretics, and that's at the mid-round, that's at like 50 seconds remaining at that point. He continues to fight long, he has full control of car, we're able to see Vitality rotate off that information and just get ready to even just fight for that mid-control, and everything just went uphill from there. So many little elements, and Heretics just getting completely read like a book by Vitality. Anyway, up against the Pistols, we are going to see Vitality getting a huge amount of damage for free already. Nothing found by Heretics here. They are all just grouped up near mid, looking to potentially pump up short now. But a good placement of that nade from Shox is going to find a kill for free. XMS knocked out of the server. And from here, Vitality should be right as rain.
You know, something that I continue to notice in a lot of these rounds is that Heretics are almost always at a HP deficit, whether they've lost a pick or if they've just copped a few grenades. And that's helping Vitality out quite a lot. Really early on in the round, they're getting this sort of chip damage across, and that's causing Heretics to be maybe a little bit more passive, a bit more reserved. They don't want to take the aim jewels when they're on 50 or 60 HP. And as such, they just filter around the map, and then the time, again, starts to run down. 30 seconds left, and Heretics have a lot of work to do. But in the meanwhile, Vitality have been on the move. This is going to be an easy spray down for Apex, and you couldn't ask for much easier. Shox got one. He stole it away. It's not very nice, but look, Vitality's up to 5-3.
Hey, he's got to pad his stats too, all right. Anyway, here we are, 2-round lead for Vitality, off to a scorcher of a start. Once they did get those rifles in hand, they've just seemingly able to figure out exactly what Heretics are doing. Now, Mac is on the AWP as well. Are we going to see XMS play the spawn? No, looks like we are going to see Heretics go for a bit more presence over towards the B side, over towards the upper dark area. Maybe put some pressure onto Masuda there.
Quick boost onto short for Vitality, so something a little bit different this time. ZywOo spotting into lower dark with the AWP, and again, it's going to be the grenades going through, but this time doesn't connect onto Heretics. So ZywOo is going to change up his positioning. This is what you like to see from AWPers, the fact that they're all sort of all over the map, you know? Makes it quite difficult to deal with.
Some usually aren't, but ZywOo, he's a special kind, and he is just going to be looking for every fight he can take because he has the confidence, he thinks he has the aim to back it up, and we all know that he does. Unfortunately, that Molotov went astray. But look, we won't hang on that one.
It's all right. It's going to stop the Ts from getting into CT spawn. Perfect utility usage, as always, from Vitality. That was a nice grenade, actually, as I said that, so maybe it still rings true. Again, getting quite late down in the round, 45 seconds, and we're just now starting to see Heretics make their inroads toward the A bomb site. Utility being thrown in, but they will have to get a bit of a wriggle on. And of course, ZywOo is posted on the line, pops a flash up there so that Apex can get across, and he's into the site okay, but will Heretics be able to do the same? ZywOo starts well, Nivera down, and these are not shots that you're likely to see ZywOo missing. He's backed up nicely and even finishes with a bit of a flourish. A kill through the smoke. It's 6-3 for Vitality. And I think now that they've gotten the ball rolling, Mac, it's looking easier and easier.
Yeah, he's making it look so damn easy as everyone just waltzes into his crosshair and he's just clicking away, hitting everything that he can. Apex as well, RPK, both having a bit of an impact there. Apex just firing a whole lot of pre-fire through the edge of the smoke, just trying to stop them from coming up short for long enough, and it does create that spacing, does create the, I guess, disjointed gameplay that we saw, and Heretics just unable to trade it or even gain any control coming up elbow there. Anyway, round number 10, and we are going to see Shox again going for a very aggressive strat here. Lucky, he knows, but unfortunately couldn't get the line onto Shox there. Shox on the repeat, able to find the first for the round, but Heretics, again, just on these deagles. Team Vitality has been so clinical at picking them apart, and I dare say it's going to happen again.
They've barely lost a player in the last 4 rounds, Mac. Money is really building up right now on the CT side. This is not even close at the moment. Have a look at the scorelines here for Vitality. 2 deaths for Masuda, 5 for Shox, 3, 4, and 4. So, in 10 rounds, no player has died more than 5 times on Vitality. Not a bad shout. 18 deaths in 10 rounds. 1.8 deaths a round, Mac.
Yeah.
That is a great conversion rate for Vitality.
That is pretty damn good. And look, not only is ZywOo firing up a storm with the AWP, he's also hitting the most flashes as well. 9 enemies flashed so far and just allowing that long control to come through. And that's when he's over there. He's, again, mobile, just going wherever he wishes. This time, he's going to be pushing straight up short with Apex to support him. Just looking to get on that line early. He's already here. He's trying to find a pick onto Xbox. Is he just on that off angle? Not too sure. Would like to see it.
This is going to have to be the round where Heretics turn things back on their head. Masuda, he's going to be flashed into upper dark, but the action is over here on short. ZywOo is having an absolute field day at the moment. That grenade might even connect a bit more damage onto XMS, so certainly putting Heretics through their paces at the moment is ZywOo.
RPK looking to control long, missed opportunities, but dishes out huge damage and jumps back up off the back of that flash. Again, coming out from ZywOo, supporting him, allowing him to get that 2K, and it's just some quality teamwork being displayed by Vitality, really. Just locking every round down that counts, and again, Heretics lose another.
Is that another round with 5 players alive for Vitality? Unbelievable.
Strat 1. Zywu, go click. Strat 2. You strat 1.
Well, I mean, he just sometimes he has to click the grenade button and then throw one of those as well. So there's a bit more nuance to it. But, I mean, by and large, it has looked about as easy as that for Vitality. Now, if you were in the server, it probably wouldn't be as easy as it looks. But they certainly are making it look such. And I think that's testament to the skill of Vitality, more so than anything else.
RPK. Just going to be jump peeking here. Not aware that Kio's laying around the corner, but he's made a whole world of noise. And Navarra might have been spotted there. The shadow should have come around the corner. Nade barely missing the mark there onto Kio, who's, again, just boosted up on the boxes. But now, as all this noise is being made, Team Heretics have started to progress up short. And that's still got Zywu on the line, but Zywu now has to come and support RPK. He's heard the push out to blue.
Yeah, RPK is just going to play a little bit more passively this time, waiting for some flashes, waiting for some assistance. Zywu can only get one with the AWP. This is a much better looking round for Heretics, but Misuda might be able to turn it back on its head as he does indeed find a head. That was lucky, falling on the bomb site. It'll be a boost for Apex, and they might just deny the bomb plant. They will. That's very smart from Vitality. Apex nearly burns alive, celebrating after that one, but Shox has caught XMS, and Nivera all of a sudden finds himself teammateless.
Yeah, a bit of a rough situation, but Nivera might be able to pull it back. Unfortunately, Shox was advancing up short there, got on the line, and Nivera was very focused on to CT. But great teamwork from Vitality again to deny the bomb plant. It looked like Heretics had full faith in that Molotov at CT to make sure that that boost wasn't coming through, so there wasn't another teammate to try and cover the plant, and unfortunately that was their downfall. Molotov just barely missed the mark. And Vitality, again, just playing around everything that Heretics is throwing at them.
Any mistake that's made is going to be punished, and that's what you have to expect coming into a tournament like ESL 1 Cologne. There's no freebies given, certainly not by a team like Vitality.
They're not here to play games.
No.
Zywu. Almost missed opportunity, but Masuda cleans up the scraps there as Heretics now look like they are going to throw some neutral here at mid, and Maka on the line will take down Zywu, who is very ambitiously making his way down B ramp.
Apex has posted up on it and seen them walking up short, so Vitality will well aware that the A site is now dirty. Shox is going to rotate it back across to pit, see if he can make anything sneaky happen in the meanwhile, though. Apex has gone and found one. It's a big push. Look at the map control that Vitality have. The only place that Heretics can be right now is short. Shox just locking them into the site with the AWP right now from pit. Starts to make his way forward. Takes the one-on-one challenge, perhaps against Maka, who's actually lurking through the smoke, and Shox had no idea, but RPK trades down well. Needs to do a little bit more work, though. That's a perfect molly to force Lucky out of position and gets the headshot. But the bomb plant is good for XMS, and it's really just a case of timing now for Vitality. They'll have to sit on the defuse. Let's see what XMS can do. Spraying through, covered off by Apex, and no such luck this time for XMS. It really looked like that might be the first round in a while for Heretics, but they just, unfortunately, aren't able to get over the line against Vitality right now.
And you can see that Vitality, they are not being forced to use early round utility. They have so much for the retake. RPK with that Molotov finding not only the first, but then being able to smoke the bomb and had that cover as well. Everything from Vitality on the retake just looks so good. But again, it comes down to Heretics not doing anything to really bait out that utility. You could see Kio was trying to take late control of Long, but unfortunately for him, he had two men pushing, fully clearing out bedroom. They heard him run away. They took full advantage of the situation. They counted the numbers. They knew exactly where all of the Heretics players was. And look, Kio tried to go and survive at green box, but just couldn't because someone was racking his way up with it as well. I think that was Apex. But however, look, another round on the board for Vitality. They are making this look clinical. With the 7-round lead, it's looking like it should be even more. It should be 9 as we head into the half. Just not stepping a foot wrong.
Yeah, 12 on the cards potentially for Vitality. It was a bit backwards and forwards at the start of the half. Gave me a bit of hope that this was going to be a close map and a close series, but that's quite quickly dissipating, Mac.
Yeah.
So, look at this setup from Vitality. They've smoked off B, and they've just fully stacked mid and long. Not a single player on the B bomb site.
Trying to boost over that mid smoke to peer into green box early, but Doesn't happen. No one from Heretics walked on to the line. So again, we are going to see that rotation. 2 men set up at B now after having full faith in that smoke. It's Heretics dropping that smoke at mid doors, able to cross safely. Heretics going for the 5-man push up short. They've got the utility. They're going to try and do a very similar strategy to what we saw before. But let's see if Vitality can get into the situation, into the positions to deal with this one perfectly. And this nade...
they might.
Oh,
I don't know. Something's telling me that Vitality have a pretty good idea as to what Heretics might be doing right now. ZywOo dodging all the flashes. Apex is going to hold a pop flash out for him, but ZywOo desperately needs it. He's not going to get it in time. Oh, I don't know about that one. Apex not going to peek just yet, but he does finally round the corner. Maka and Nivera do manage to find themselves a couple of entries. Looking a little bit better for Heretics as they'll get the bomb plant down, but they do have to worry about a little bit of a tank rolling up long at the moment. That's RPK. He's got a HE in hand, and these have been very useful for Vitality on the CT side so far. Maka cops it right in the head, 11 HP.
And there's still some time to go for this retake, so Shox is going to go for the big rotation to long. 20 seconds left to defuse this bomb, or 15 rather. Now it's going to be the 2-man setup late out in the open. Hio is going to be traded out. And in this one-on-one, Maka, 11 HP, 1 bullet will do it, but he manages to connect the shot perfectly at the right time, and Team Heretics get another on the board off the back of a very extremely overconfident ZywOo.
Yeah. Look, to be honest, he knew exactly where they were. He knew they were coming. That much was evident.
Yeah.
But you can't really do too much against the flashes, I suppose. 10-4 the scoreline. Vitality, they do give a bit of a lifeline to Heretics to maybe salvage something. 10-5, it's still not going to look phenomenal. Not on the T side of Dust2. But Heretics are, actually a little bit better on the CT side than they are on the T side. So maybe there's something in the second half to keep an eye on. But I think they do definitely need 5, and so far they're not off to the greatest of starts in round 15. At least XMS does trade back, but a lot of damage already done to Heretics here.
Flash in the mid, Shox nails that spray straight into the head of Hio, and that is going to be a trade favouring Vitality again. So now Heretics, you've got XMS just on 12 HP here. It's looking unlikely, but Maka cops another bink as well, but manages to go toe-to-toe with Letank. Now, it's going to be ZywOo, isolated here on the B side. He managed to snag another. Nivera cannot keep XMS alive, so it's back to that 2-on-2 situation. Maka just on 13 HP, has to try to cross. He's got the bomb as well.
It's important that you mention that because the HE nade in Shox's hands.
They've spotted that bomb go down the cross, so they're fully aware of the position of both of these team players. Nivera cannot even get up on the site.
It's a feels bad man for Maka now. He's given the bomb to Nivera, who has then gone and consequently died on the bomb site, and that really means that Maka's now in a world of hurt. At least he can grab himself an AK, give himself a bit of a better chance to win the round. 28 seconds, I'm not sure I'm really backing him in here.
You'd love to see him win it in this situation, but the positions of Vitality, they already cleared out long. They seem to be aware that he's coming from somewhere. They know that he can't save, and there's 10 seconds. This round, Masuda just needs to survive, and it's done.
That's a headshot, but unfortunately through the wall. So Masuda will finish it 11-4 for Vitality. They get the double digits, and they're doing well here on Dust2.
Just let me know. She told me take it easy. Hey, yeah. I just came here to make y'all feel good. You know what the message is. Suddenly you're with me now. You know what what the message is. I be running wild for you, babe. You know what the message is. I don't have no patience, ain't no conversation. Feel good, sometimes make you feel good. You're my mission, my grand prize. Catch my vision, no damn pride. Girl, you max easy. I don't mind leaving, just let me know. Then she told me take it easy. Yeah, yeah. I just came here to make y'all feel good. You know what the message is. Suddenly you with me now. You know what the message is. I be running wild for you, babe. You know what the message is. I don't have no patience, ain't no conversation. Feel good, sometimes make you feel good. I just wanna talk, but you don't wanna listen. Tryna go far, but you got mixed feelings. So I'm finished, I'm on my way. Then you tell me you need it, back in my space. Hey, yeah, how could I lie, just to be cold? Wanna be honest, you should know. I just came here to make y'all feel good. You know what the message is. Suddenly you with me now. You know what the message is. I be running wild for you, babe. You know what the message is. I don't have no patience, ain't no conversation.
Vitality, the heavy favourites going into the all-French derby against Heretics, and we have some pretty one-sided odds to back that up. But Mac, if it was going to happen on any map, we really sort of felt like it was going to have to happen here on Dust2. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be going Heretics' way, so this is not at all the start that they would have wanted for ESL 1 Cologne. For Vitality, things are business as usual.
Do they stay on this side of the bracket as well? If they fall down, will they be playing big? Because that is a rough
I
thought for them.
believe so.
Right, well, they might be in a bit of a pickle themselves. Anyway, Heretics with the four-man stack at log. Try to go for the read here on the pistol, but unfortunately Vitality
Oh no, that's
has
the other
not ran
group.
into it.
It's the other group.
Other group,
So-
okay, so it flips around. There you
Yeah.
go.
Big will play OG or NIP, depending on who loses that. By the way, that's into double OT on the final map. So both teams definitely hoping to avoid Big. I dare say. That's on the ESL CSGO stream. If you're interested, check that one out. Definitely looking like it's a good game at the moment. Hopefully it hasn't finished as I'm saying this. But 11-4 the scoreline here for us on Dust2. And Heretics are going to try and hold the A bomb site. Vitality have quite a lot of flashes and a smoke there, as well as a molly to help them out get into this bomb site. Lucky cops one to the face, and that's going to allow Vitality right across. They've gotten perfectly across, and now they might overwhelm Heretics, but they've decided to try and go through the smoke, which hasn't worked out too kindly at all. Two players do drop 5-on-2 now as we see the picks coming across, and if there is one thing you can say for Heretics today, oh, Daiwu, it's that at least the pistol rounds are looking good.
Thought he was going to get that. Nice, cheeky one tap on the jump in. I think it was XMS or whoever it was. But that was a nasty one. And potential for an opportunity there. It didn't quite come through. Navarra just tapping away at long. And look, a solid crossfire, a solid CT defense on the pistols. And Heretics it's not all over for them yet. They are going to be buying up into round number 17. As Team Vitality are happily going to go for the force themselves. Couple of P250s, couple of Mac 10s, and good utility to get them wherever they wish to go. So smoke into CT from the top of mid. Looks like we might see mid B come through. And Zaiwu going to be making a whole lot of noise here over towards long. Right, so it's the fake. They're going to go for the A split, maybe a drop down, flash into CT. Zaiwu finds one on Kyo.
That's not good at all. Lucky he's been bashed out of the server. Misuda, what's he doing with the Mac 10? I don't think Heretics knows. And I think that might be the round, Mac. It's a 2-on-3 for the retake. At least Misuda and Shocks are low HP.
Flashing in from short, Navera just needs to be the distraction here on 6 HP. There's not a lot that he can really get done. A smoke to play with, and he's got that kit as well, so he really needs to be close to XMS here, as XMS is going to be caught off guard, jump peeking. But that M4 picked up by Masuda is just doing so much work, as well as the Mac 10 that he had. Team Vitality, they've done it again.
Yep. Well, one round earlier. This time it took them into the second pistol armor to get it done last time. This time, just one round. So, Heretics back to square one. And actually probably a little bit worse off than back to square one, because now they've got absolutely no money. Do they force into this round, you reckon, Mac? I mean, I guess we do see that a fair bit these days. But against a Vitality that's looking this solid, I'm not sure how much success they will have.
No, I think that was the turning point, and Vitality will try very, very hard to not let Heretics back into the game. You could see that they were playing a little bit loosey-goosey towards the end of the first half, so I guess that is what Heretics will have to rely on, is Vitality not taking this seriously enough. Like, obviously they're taking it seriously, they're just, you know, playing to show a bit more confidence.
Scout can be a dangerous weapon. Maka, there you go, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Zaiwu.
Maka hears them close to mid. Navera wants to go through there, but I don't think he's realised that the push has gone up short already.
By the way, Bomb's still at T-spawn, so Vitality, even despite the fact that they have a bit of control up short there, are still going to have to take their time. They're just going to move back over to B.
I think they've had the drop down, so off the back of that, Navera would have relayed the information. XMS is here close to tunnels, just has a deagle, but maybe joined shortly by Maka, who's there at the bottom of B ramp. Util coming through, progression, smoke for Vitality, as all 4 members are going to be smashing their way out of tunnels. XMS from close range gets the double spam.
That's good stuff from Heretics, and Maka's going to help him out as well. RPK drops the scout. Shocks at least trades one back down, but he'll need to do more than that. Knows where XMS is. Surely not a 1v5, Mac. It's now a 2-on-1. He can get the bomb plant down, but he's going to fake it and push up the window. He's gotten out into mid. He's booking it over to A. Surely he's been heard. Kyo's going to go through. Oh, that's a shot indeed with a deagle. Whew. Everything happening that round.
And there you go, a chance as Vitality walks straight into the trap, straight into XMS's deagle from the top of the boxes there. That was a nasty couple of shots, and unpunished as well. I thought Vitality would have reacted a little faster, but maybe they just didn't have the time. The deagle bullets, 2 shots at that range.
Let's have a look at what Vitality's got for us in this round, though, because they're still not prepared to let this half wrestled away from them.
No, not just yet.
AK's forced in for Shocks and Apex. Zaiwu has a Galil. A bit of utility for them to play with. Like, not a lot, but enough to make something happen. They've got the mid to B smoke down, and they're just going to send it up mid, but they'll be headed into a big stack on the B site. There's 3 players there if they are going to try and do this, which they will. It's a brute force attempt from Vitality, but it's not working out at all. There's just too many numbers here for Heretics, and they have got some fancy shooting coming through here from Maka. Orb in hand, he doesn't seem to have had any problems shooting the fish in the barrel there because, well, it was all of Vitality coming through one angle. And 12-7, Heretics showing a little bit more for us on this CT side.
It's not showing Vitality any respect, managing to get another couple of rounds on the board. And look, 5 more, and we are at a tied game. That's a long way to go, though, as Team Vitality just down on the pistols. Heretics, however, should be able to deal with this one. 4 Glocks, 1 P250. That is all Vitality are bringing to the table.
Never say never, Mac. A man can dream. All you need is a Glock and a dream.
That's it, that's it. However, Heretics keeping their distance, going for the long-range aim duels is a very high percentage play in this situation. So let's see what Masuda can do, being the human flashbang here.
How do you suppose a run boost would work IRL? You know, if we tried that,
Jordan, it doesn't work like that.
what do you reckon? How good do you think we could do it?
We could try and put it on Twitter. I think that would be...
I'll be the one on top.
Yeah, all right. I wouldn't assume you could lift me.
I'm a pretty light guy, you know. We might be able to launch me pretty far.
What are you, 20 kilos?
Double-ish.
What do you bench?
I bench about 40 back in the day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was a strong lad.
Nice.
I was a strong lad.
I'm proud of you, Jordan.
But to be fair, I am only 50 kilos, so it's not a bad shout, I reckon, to be quite honest.
Yeah, pretty solid, pretty solid. Anyway, back to the heavy lifting in the server. Heretics are looking to close the round gap. Maka with an early entry, just gazing down short from the catwalk there. Lucky with another, sliding it through CT.
Well, maybe we called this one a little bit too soon. Heretics are certainly showing up right now on the CT side, which is consistent with the stats that they would have shown us prior to the game. Did say they like the CT side a bit better. ZywOo and RPK, they've actually decided to cancel. Shox has got himself a kill in mid, and that has prompted a change up from Vitality in the mid round. Here's at the top of mid, back in T-Spawn. This is all over the place at the moment.
Shox was taking a long-range fight from under Xbox. Maka still here, still crouching, just trying to hide his head now. Needs the support of Keo, which does come through. Nevera, though, able to find RPK before ZywOo manages to find Maka eventually. There it is. Pre-fire through the doors. Enough of a distraction for Keo to wrap in behind, and there it is. ZywOo will fall, and Heretics with another on the board. So it's a pretty good second half already. Let's see if this momentum can continue or if Vitality put a stop to it shortly. Maybe just waiting to get the AWP in the hands of ZywOo.
12-9. And a timeout called by Vitality, which is, you know, probably about time, actually, to be honest. Maka's having a really good one here. 20 and 15 against one of the best teams in the world. Certainly showing up at the moment. But Heretics are going to continue to require this kind of performance. Eagle comes out for Misuta. There's pistols upgraded for the rest of Vitality. And the thing is, you can't really count them out of this sort of a round even. So they don't have the best of buys behind them. They've got the utility if they can get into the close range angles. Use some of these smokes and flashes effectively.
Well, flashing in, Keo. Able to clear short for now, but that molly isn't going to split up the forces. Manages to get the double. Actually, it's lucky to come in. Provides some supportive fire there from behind him. Now he's going to continue to extend forward. Lineup is there, fully blinded. Keo comes in to save the day again as ZywOo with an eagle and a dream, trying to find the head, and he does, but Nevera, great reaction to push straight up onto Xbox there, help out the rest of the team, and Heretics, proactive gameplay to put a 10th on the board.
One step closer for Heretics, and I wonder, are we going to be seeing a repeat of Sprout versus Big, you know? It was so one-sided on Nuke, Mac. You got to understand. No one thought that was possible, well, and yet it happened.
I have casters cursed it by saying that there's no hope.
No hope.
For Heretics in this one. They'd be too tilted, but it looks like they are still here and still fighting.
Yeah, and they got a double AWP now as well. So ZywOo's definitely going to have his work cut out for him. That's not a bad shout. Lucky starts off well. He's going to drop the grenade in. And for now, Vitality just have to slow things down. There's another grenade. Seeing a lot of grenades. Oh. That's a great trade from ZywOo, to be honest. The raw adjustment as he turns back away from the flash.
Just fighting fire with fire, the aggression.
They're not expecting Lucky this close on the angle, are they?
Oh, well, they'll see it anyway. He has to go for the move, and there it is. The lineup 2 for him. Looking so damn easy as the tank is going to be slowly and surely making his way up long.
I think he's seen the gun barrel. Has to try and take one-on-ones, and he does. That's huge. Excellent work from RPK. Premium accuracy. Lucky and Nivera do 4, but he still has more work to do here, Mac. That's only half the job done, if even that, because he has to collect the bomb. And surely there's going to be someone watching at RPK looking for some more heads. Molly goes down. That's going to waste a bit more time. So RPK might take the opportunity to peek around, see what's happening on long. Decides not to, and he's actually going to challenge Marco. As the smoke goes in, this gives him now time to collect the bomb.
XMS has just snuck his way straight up long, and there it is, able to get the lineup as RPK still fully focused on short. Heretics with another. It was costly.
Yep.
But again, every round's around. Every round gets them back into this game. And look, they're about to tie it up at 12 apiece.
Yeah, Vitality really just trying to brute force it down mid. One too many times. Perhaps need to throw something else in the wheelhouse. We'll see what they do end up going for. Money's there for Vitality to get a little bit of an investment in, but not a full buy. So Scout, some Deagles, some util for Apex. He was a bit richer than some of the others.
Maka again, just hunting for an opening. He's been pretty crucial there from short, just getting some early first bloods on the board. Volkio at long. On the other side here, Vitality, very passive approach, just haven't committed to anything, looking to punish Heretics for over-aggression. But again, we go back to the point of Heretics just playing this passive game. Looking to use some great teamwork, great utility usage to get them back into all these rounds.
Yeah, been really impressive. Good mental fortitude from Heretics. They were down 11-4 at the half, and Vitality have only picked up one round. And what's even more impressive about this is that Vitality won the force buy after losing the pistol. And hang on, might have spoken too soon, because Vitality now have an opening in this round. The bomb is scrambling to get to the B bomb site. Apex will just decide to go back in toward T spawn. Play that rotation denying role. The lurk role, I suppose, would probably be a better way of saying that. But
rotational denier.
Yeah, he probably is going to try and deny some rotations. So I'm not wrong. But the rest on the bomb site. And work cut out for Heretics here.
Oh, but Apex able to make his move as soon as this tunnels player is spotted as well. So there it is. And he's going to win that engagement too. So Keo goes down. It's all up to Lucky and Maka, who they've already chosen to save. Maka actually had an opportunity to maybe deny the bomb crossing through the doors. It was a hard shot to hit over the smoke at CT. Zaiwu denies another. And now it's all up to Maka. But Vitality on just a couple of pistols get this round in the bag. Big shots from RPK to open up that B side.
Indeed, indeed. 13-11. That's the one that Heretics really couldn't afford to lose. Not so much with the economic insight, but more so just the mental side of things, because Vitality now get themselves up to 13. RPK really feeling it today on Dust2. He's having a good one. I don't know that the scoreline for RPK is necessarily reflecting the impact that he's had in this series so far.
A couple of very, very crucial kills. And look, great utility again for long. Nivera, however, not going to be blinded at all.
This would be the perfect response from from Heretics rather, to Vitality if they could win this round straight up, not losing too many guns. You know, it just puts Heretics back on that right course. They have been bumped off it a little bit by Vitality's deagling work, but maybe it's not the iceberg that sunk the Titanic yet.
Vitality with long control are just going to slow this one down and hope that Heretics again overextend. And this worked for them in the previous round. However, it was just a couple of solid entries which got them over the line. But Nivera, as well as Maka, both with these AWPs, are in some solid positions to find some picks. It looks like it's going to be aggression from Maka just to clear out Cat there. And he should be spotted if Masuda goes for a move shortly. Utility be thrown at the front of sight on A here. So again, just waiting for a pick, but 40 seconds on the clock. We need to see Vitality make a move soon. Bomb's committed here as well, so 30 seconds. Vitality are all in, but Heretics have 3 players here to defend. There you go. Macca's going to be spotted over towards short now as the rest of Vitality make their way up long.
Vera has work cut out for him, doesn't he? A lot of Vitality players headed in his direction, and RPK spots him over the smoke. Those are the entries that Vitality needs. While Macca, he does get a trade back down. It's not ideal here for Heretics. Bombs crossed into sight, and he's overstayed in the molly. Bad news for Heretics. The smoke does fade favorably for RPK, but he can't do too much with it. Luckily, Misuta is there to cover ZywOo off. He was scrambling to get into the site, but the crossfire too powerful for Vitality. And Heretics, I mean, they really did have a good chance in that round, but they've let it slip. And Vitality gets up to 14.
That's an Aussie thing, isn't it? Macca's.
Macca's?
Lots of people come over and like, what's Macca's?
Well, see, yeah. I wonder if we're just pronouncing his name wrong, because it's like the opposite of what normally happens, you know? We'll send a player over and people will be like, oh, Aza is doing really well on the A-bomb side. And we'll be like, mate, his name's Azza. But now it's like, we're calling this guy Macca, which is a very Australian name. Is it really Marker? Or Maker?
Well, you're not going to change my mind. Unless I am, of course,
Unless you are
incorrect. And I was told that by the man himself. So
Big Macca has started off the round pretty nice.
look, I just want to believe that he shares a name similar to mine, you know.
Yep.
Anyway, ZywOo, it's a nice pick on to Macca down mid. And gets the man advantage for now. We do see Lucky hit a nasty couple onto Apex, actually, over towards that A site. And it could be a dangerous round for Vitality. There's another Nevera coming in on the flank.
Like, how are these guys in T-Sport?
They've just pushed straight through tunnels. Done so much work here for Heretics, but in the 2-on-2, ZywOo, 21 HP. Could all go south in a moment. Molotov coming out from Nevera as well, but hits the mark a little late and not quite deep enough either.
Yeah, well, bomb plant goes down. That's good news for Vitality. Heretics, oh my god, that's a grenade. Nivera, no armor at all, but it doesn't matter. ZywOo peeks, he's flashed out. Kyo's got RPK, and Heretics will survive on Dust2. Can you believe it, Mac?
Off the back of an eco, some hyper-aggressive play. Vitality just didn't seem to be ready enough. They were playing some deep lines as well, but still, as they made their way up to the A site, I think it was Apex got his head shot off by a USP. So everything just really going south at the wrong moment. But here, look at this shot from Macca. You can see the push through lowers straight into backyard and the suitor. There is not a lot you can do with if a scout hits you like that.
Really nice 2-on-2 from Nivera and Kyo as well. Both didn't have armor. Didn't really matter when they didn't get shot at. Excellent flashes getting thrown on in. 14-12. Vitality are having much more difficulty closing things out in the second half than they did, obviously, rampaging through the first half. You know, remind you, Mac, it was an 11-4 scoreline.
Certainly
so
was.
Right now, 3 rounds for Vitality on the second half and 8 for Heretics. So take from that what you will.
Well, again, Vitality, they have a majority of their rounds won on the T side, but Heretics, their CT side, just seems to be the kryptonite of it at the moment. 2 more rounds to even the scores hit.
Yeah.
And again, another buy through from Vitality and Heretics. Heretics with a little bit of extra money in the bank after winning the eco in the previous. Let's see what Lucky can do. He's straight down short to find some info.
ZywOo just watching for anyone peeking through mid, but not going to see too much. Double AWP set up on the CT side, established once again. They've really built that money back up quite nicely. Heretics have. It's be a bit of a slower one from Vitality, it looks like. They've still got a player posted over towards the B bomb site. Apex has a bit of a peek out onto A off the back of that flashbang, but doesn't commit to anything. Vitality have tried to be quite quick on the T side in a lot of rounds, and that has been less than perfect from them. So now they're looking to go a little bit slower.
But again, Heretics, they have the 3-men set up over towards B, and that's exactly where the bomb is about to head as well. Lucky here at the scaffold in a perfect position, and it's going to be 2 quick ones, a third, full control, dominance there on the B ramp. Uppers player goes down as well. It's up to Shoxy, and he's on the other side of the map as well, so let's see what he can do in the 1v5, but that is a big task ahead of him.
Damage is still relevant here for Shox, but he won't get much more. XMS lurking through lower dark. 14-13, Heretics, I would have never expected them to get this close. And yet they're doing it. Seems like it's the day of the underdogs here at ESL 1 Cologne. Day 1, 2020, man. It's great to have Counter-Strike back on the menu, isn't it? And so far it's delivering. Vitality. Are they going to stand and deliver? It's 14-13. It's still their map to lose. But Heretics are making it mighty tough for Vitality to finish this one off.
I'm glad you like Counter-Strike, Jordan, because it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for us.
It is. It is.
We head in the round 28, Heretics here. Let's see if they can go for the hard read again. 4 towards long as Vitality are much more present over towards upper dark this time. Let's see if this draws out the rotations.
Well, only the one player over on B this time. Heretics are very much adapting their setups on this CT side to what they expect to come from Vitality. And by and large, to be honest, the reads have actually been very, very good. They've almost always had players in the positions that they've needed to when the hit has come in from Vitality. Once more, Nivira just floats across to the B bomb site, gives up a little bit of control in mid as Vitality are hitting the site. Lucky does drop, and Nivira also falls. Not a whole lot you can do about that. That's just brilliance on the entries from Vitality, and it's going to give them the bomb plant. There was definitely a world where that went better for Heretics because they did have that crossfire established, but what can you really do when someone walks into the side and bangs your head off? Only so much, and Heretics are going to have to save, but it'll give map point to Vitality. Bit of an anti-climax in round 28.
Or maybe, if Kyo can get some extra damage done here, that's pretty large. 2 more kills and able to just shake up the economy from Vitality a bit. But Vitality here, not tagged at all, able just to survive in the tunnels. They don't really need to exit here. And look, 2 guns alive. It's going to be great for Heretics heading forward. That will allow another AWP to come through. Although, you know, Kyo might have just been able to buy one anyway. We'll see if that one gets handed off to Nivera, and they go for that double AWP setup again, which has been very successful for Heretics on the defense here. And there is an AK saved, which might be something. But again, Vitality, they found another in the rough. In the majority of Heretics rounds, just managing to edge this one out. Could this just be what Vitality needed to do to break the spirit of Heretics? That's a solid start to the round.
Well, how about that one? Zaiwu back to his usual best. 25 and 17. He definitely hasn't been off on Dust2. That's a good shot, but Kyo trades Apex back down. So maybe some of the impact from that initial kill that Zaiwu has is going to be mitigated by Heretics. And Nivira continues the good work. Shox, however, is out mid, and this is a lot of a game of timing. Nivira does fall before Shox can turn around. Lucky is through the smoke, trading him down. It's 2 on 3. Bomb plant to go down. Misuta needs to get this frag. It's critical, and Lucky gets the timing wrong with the utility. Now a 2 on 2. Zaiwu and Misuta. Upper dark going to be cleared out by Zaiwu. Heretics slow things down. They've got a lot of util for this retake.
On Misuta going to be gambling here at car. Head down, just waiting this one out. Heretics allowed to walk into the site. Now smoke at tunnels will force Zaiwu out into the open in the moment. But Misuta, he's going to be taking contact here. Maka just throwing in some extra util. No one tapping the bomb. There's no reason for Misuta to show himself. I don't think he's been spotted.
They've got to go.
They've just left it too late. That might be the game.
I think so. Zaiwu finishes it with a headshot, and it's a fitting end for Vitality. A long